We are great at pretending to care about things. Yeah, it's not really something I'm bragging about. It's true technically, but I don't think anybody cares. But to our left here, this is the one I really do want to talk about. And we're actually not going to talk about the engineering tricks that they use yet. I just want you to see the shape of this building and like the angle of it. If you're taking photos, I highly recommend getting a photo of this building right here. See that razor thin gray foundation? That's supporting the entire weight of the structure. And this is very cool, right? You like this? Thumbs up? I think this is awesome. This is my second favorite building down here right now. And when we come back from the north, that's where we're going to talk about all the engineering tricks that they used to build this here and why it has this razor thin foundation. There's actually a few interesting reasons for that. We'll cover those and we'll come back to this towards the tail end of our tour. Right now I'm going to point out on our right hand side, we have this red brick building. This is in the location that would have originally been a place called the Sauganash Tavern before the Chicago fire. The Sauganash Tavern is where Chicago started. It's where we signed our charter to become a city. So Chicago was born in a bar, and that bar was right here. And Chicago being born in a bar will make way more sense through the rest of the story. Absolutely the kind of city that we are. I love seeing how popular this is. This is the Riverwalk on our right. It's cool. Say what we know about Chicago, but it is a beautiful city. And then we're going to head up to the North Branch for a little while, and we're going to talk a little bit about history and stuff up here, and we're going to come back this way and see all that. Oh, there's so many boats out today. Labor Day weekend's next weekend, right? Yeah. I guess they're just enjoying the nice weather while they can, because it will change soon. But we're going to head up to the North Branch for a little bit here, and we're going to talk about how this area has changed, and it has changed a lot, and actually in Chicago has changed a lot. We have changed our zoning laws, and don't turn off your brains yet. I'm not going to talk about that for very long. I know that sounds boring, but the zoning laws in Chicago, the entire riverfront used to be all industry, like factories and warehouses, things like that. We're finally converting it into like housing, real estate, parks, and stuff like that. So the river has changed pretty dramatically, and it's most evident from up here on the North Branch. To our right is a dog bell, looks like a golden doodle. Yeah. Golden doodle with like shaved clothes, I think. And ahead of us, you got this bridge that's upright. You see that bridge? It's upright like that. This bridge, if you look to the right of it, as we get close, you'll notice it's not actually hooked up to anything anymore. But if you look to the left of it, you'll notice it's also not hooked up to anything anymore. So it's pointless. There's no reason for this bridge here. But it doesn't mean it doesn't get used. This used to be a freight train running all the way downtown, all the way to the coast, and that's why this is here, and that's why there's some gaps in the building to the right, all the way down the coast. There's some like openings in the buildings for the train to get through. But that bridge does still get used for 1 minute per year. They lower the bridge, and then the train companies drive a truck across it, and then they drive it right back off, so they don't lose the land use rights for this bridge. They're probably never going to use it again, but I guess they just want to keep that going. So we do like a weird stage play here. I find that interesting. We're going to talk about something very strange in a second, but first off I want to point out on our left we have River Cottages, this triangular building. We're going to talk about it again, but this is one that I want you to see from every angle. It's cool. But then on the other side, we have these wooden tubes on the sides of the bridges. And those wooden tubes are called pilings. And those pilings ended up leading to one of the weirdest disasters in Chicago history. That one right there with the white sign on it ended up leading to a really major event back in 1992. We were replacing those wooden pilings. They're wooden, they sit in water, they rot occasionally. So in 1992 we started to replace them, and that one just south of the bridge was placed 3.5 feet further south.